it's Janene with 49 and Market. I wanted to give you an inside look at our brand new release with Sizzix. This is a fun-filled holiday collection. There are 9 different sets that encompass stamps, dies, some a mix of both, some just straight up dies, some just straight up stamps, but all those pieces can be intertwined and mixed together to make amazing creations, holiday memorabilia, cards, all kinds of stuff for this wonderful holiday season. So come take a look. Here's a little bit more of an in-depth look at the different SKUs that we have as part of the brand new 49 and Market Sizzix release that is coming out right now and available in stores. We have our Poinsettia Trio. This is a large stamp and die set, stamps and framelits. As you can see, the beautiful new packaging. All of it comes in a packaged, reusable plastic sleeve. You get this beautiful set of stamps as well as several dies. We have 16 stamps, 7 dies in this one set, and the idea behind this is to mix and match your pieces. You can create different layers with those dies, so you could kind of pop out that centerpiece or have your back one behind it. You have the smaller one, we have the little berries as well as the stem. So this is really a good size. That large poinsettia is almost 3 inches in diameter. The small one being about 2 inches. So those are really a nice size format. And come take a look at one of the projects that we created using it. Next, we have our Baubles set. This is another stamps and framelits as well. It is in that large format, comes in that reusable sleeve. The huge stamp set that you get is a bunch of mix and match layerable pieces. I love this set. You can create a lot of amazing effects. We have 19 stamps and 11 dies in the set. All those pieces, you have the different shapes of the ornaments. You have the additional little bits and pieces that you can stamp on top, as well as die cut out. You have your little toppers, your little bows. It's a lot of fun to work with this set. I, in particular, really enjoyed using the solid stamps, which have a little bit of a texture to them, but using it, kind of applying my inks in a little bit of the corners and then dragging in those colors, so you get different effects if you play around with those pieces. And here's a look at one of the layouts I created using these stamps. Again, I will just point out the size of them. You know, on this one, it is about, what is that, 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. On the smallest circle one, we're at about 1.5 inches in diameter and height on that one, or width and height, I should say. So they are a nice size to work in for your cards, your projects, your layouts. Nice little holiday ornaments that you can create your own little tree. And come take a look at that layout. We have our brand new Snap and Swap Merry Christmas set. This is a dies only set. This is the thinlits. There are 15 different pieces, and this one's a lot of fun. It is a little different from the original Snap and Swap SKUs that we had come out with, in that we have a complete frame. I'm gonna just try to get all these little pieces out for you, as there are a bunch in here so that I can explain it to you. So first off, we have a nice border frame so that you can create that mat behind your frame if you wanted. And then we have our snap and swap element. So this is a bracketed frame in which you can position different pieces in the different slots. So if you wanted something up high, if you want it in the middle, if you want it down below, that kind of concept. Same as before with that snap and swap, that little like interlocking key piece, you're gonna make sure that when you put it onto your plate that those pieces are locked in place. But as you can note, if I just wanted to put these leaves right in the middle over here, I wouldn't wind up having cuts on the frame on that top and bottom. So we've given you these little pieces over here, and basically they're going to finish off that frame for you, so that if you just wanted that one layer in the middle, you would be able to do so by adding these little pieces over here. We did give you, I think, 6 or so. There should be, I don't, oh, that's it. There are 6, just one stuck in my hand.
you can then mix and match those pieces. So you would run this through just like this if you wanted the leaves. We also have just cute little inserts. You would run this through in different colors if you wanted to create more of a detailed look. But the idea behind this snap and swap element is that your frame is then connected to whatever this piece is that you want to connect. So it's going to create one gigantic piece from that base. So we have the holly and berry piece. We have "and a Happy New Year." We have our banner, which the banner would just be a plain banner. And then if you wanted to die cut out your Merry Christmas or use any other sentiments, you could certainly do so. And then we have my personal favorite. I just love the little lights. I think the lights is a lot of fun. You get this, which it would cut out the piece from that base piece all in one. And then again, you have the different dies that if you wanted to pop some extra layers on top for the different colors, you could. We have 2 SKUs that are just stamps only, and each of these sets comes with 2 stamps. And the sizing behind these is really intended to kind of go behind the insert of that frame piece. So you can create some different textures, some patterns, you can mix and match, you can use on their own. We have the candy stripes, which just to point out the size, so it's 5 inches by 3 inches. So it's about 3 inches by 5 inches, each of those stamps. That's the candy stripes. And then we also have our tartan. And that tartan one is a lot of fun. You can layer the different pieces so that way you can create your pattern or use separate. So that's a look at those 2 stamp sets. And here's just a sample showing that in use. Here is our special delivery. This is a stamps and framelit set as well. This is one of my favorites. I love postage. There's certain things about me. I love pockets, I love postage, all these good things, tickets, tags, all that kind of stuff. This set has 27 stamps and 11 dies to it. Again, all intended to be mixed and matched together. You can take a look at these little pieces. The dies are meant to coordinate so that way you can pop out your little ornament, your candy cane, your leaves, all these little pieces within your postage stamp. We also then have the different size postage. These range in size from about 1 3/4 inch down to 1 inch wide by about a little over. So there is a variation in those sizes. You have your rectangles, your squares. You can mix and match your outlines with your inner pieces and your bases. We have the coordinating dies. You can have your little, what is this called? Like the postmark thing. I don't know, whatever the post office puts on top of it, but it's cute. You can mix and match your numbers, your sayings, all this good stuff. Perfect for just all those cute little accents that you want to create. So here's a look at this in use. We have our laced folio. This is a thinlit set. It is 10 different dies, and I really love this one. This is one of those pieces that you can totally use year-round. You can use it for special cards, memorabilia, adding into your mini albums, all kinds of great projects. And the intent behind this is that you can obviously create a card, or you can also create a tri-fold. You can do different flips and flaps with it. It is about 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 inches. It has that extra flap so that you can either use your gusset of 1/4 inch, or you can lay it flat depending on how you're going to glue your pieces together. You then have all these other extra pieces. So basically, to create the flap or the flap of your card base, we did like an intricate little scallop over here with that lace. And what I have over here is the chrome precision plate from Sizzix. This is a great tool if you have for these kinds of dies. Not necessary, but definitely comes in handy. As you can see from the intricacy of this die, and I will show you a look at exactly how intricate that piece is as I sit here and grab a piece of white cardstock just to give you a little look. The lace on that is so detailed. So when you're cutting it, you may have to run it through your machine several times because we really want to get those cuts in nice and deep. But the beauty of it is even if all your little bits and pieces don't pop out, like I have some over here, it kind of creates just a nice texture. So you don't have to get all those pieces out, or you certainly could take a little bit of extra time once those pieces are there and pop them through all the way if you want to. So you have the option of kind of almost leaving it more as a textured impression kind of a piece, or you can pop those details out through, oh, I have two here, that's why. I probably shouldn't have cut two at once, but you can see that. So here's like a little look at it completely cut out, and here might be a few little bits and pieces. So again, I don't have to cut these out, or I don't have to pop them out if I don't want to, but I certainly could do so if I wanted to. So just take note that because of the intricacy of this, that chrome precision plate will come in handy, as well as running it through the machine possibly 2 or 3 different times. So that's the flap on this piece. We also have our pocket piece, which these little flaps would be what you would wrap around so that it creates the pocket in your folio. We then have the outline piece, and then we also have that inlay. So once again, that nice, beautiful lace can create your pocket. You can use it both on this way, and then you can flip it on your paper to create the opposite. So you can use it both directions to create 2 even pockets, or to just use it as a single pocket. And then last but not least, we just have a few cute little extra pieces in here. We have our postage, we have the reinforcement little piece so that if you wanted to have a tie closure going on, you could. And then you can also just stick your heart in the middle of your postage. So that's just a quick look at the dies and the set that's included here with your lace folio. Here's a look at one of the projects we created with it. 2 additional stamps and framelit sets. These are a little bit smaller in scale. We have our Journey Home, and we have our Trees and Trinkets set. Both are a lot of fun and obviously intended to coordinate together if you so choose to. This adorable little retro car, I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. You can see there are various layers of detail for your car. So you can build up whether you want your base, you want the outline only. The die does cut out the car along with those windows. If you wanted the opacity of the windows not to show for whatever reason behind it, you could just keep those extra pieces or cut out an additional window set from something else. And then we also have this cute little roof rack kind of piece. And obviously the intention behind that was that if we wanted to carry our gifts or our trees on that roof rack, or maybe even a surfboard from our Beach Vibes collection, or any other combination of things that you would want to take on your road trip, you can certainly do so. So that's a lot of fun. The Trees and Trinkets set, which is 17 different stamps and 15 dies, is also intended to just mix and match those pieces. Probably should have had this opened earlier, but that's okay. Obviously now you can see how it all comes nice and packaged for you. Those dies over here, cute little pieces. We have different layers of the trees. We have 2 sizes, so you basically can have that fuller look of a tree, and then the more detailed layer on top. We have adorable little gifts and presents, and these are really tiny. They are a fun thing to add into your pieces. The large size being about 1 inch wide, and then scaling down to about 3/4 of an inch, so you get those little presents with the little gift tags and whatnot that you can color up. We also have the strands of lights, which is my personal favorite. I love how you could just do the outline, and then you can also fill it in with whatever colored lights you would like. You have the tree trunk. So all kinds of mix and match pieces to create the scene that you would like to create. So once again, here's a little look at a project created with these SKUs.
Hope you enjoyed a little look at our brand new release from 49 & Market and Sizzix. This holiday collection is available in now at Sizzix.com and at your local retailers. You will be able to find all these pieces to create those wonderful holiday projects that you want to get started on right away, because while it might be August, we know how quick the holiday season is going to be upon us. This is just a little look at one of the cards that I created using that Poinsettia Trio set, and again, just showing you all the different kinds of projects you can make. So thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed.